we started building, and we built the jump, and you go over the jump, and then we had the landing ramp, and then it went flat, and then we just put some pieces of wood up a hill, and we'd do that like over and over again, and I'd just be, one time we didn't nail it down or screw it down properly at the bottom, and I hit the bottom of the mega ramp. It flipped me to the top of this bank ramp, which is probably about 40 feet up. Hit that and then fell down and smashed my neck. Like, I thought I broke my neck. I never really told my wife like how pretty gnarly that was, but I think I...
And you're in the middle of nowhere.
It's time to land the Barracuda! Everybody do a wow! Do what, baby? Come on and do the Barracuda!
We are all possessed to skate, and the skating kids are radical. Hey, on today's this podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma. Again, the chill out drink. Sit back, crack a can of Karma Koala, and feel those passion fruit extracts. Relax, calm the mind, calm the body with a Karma Koala, and get out that skateboard from 19 years ago. No, on today's podcast, Trevor Ward rolled in, an absolute legend, skateboarder for the last 30 years and more, all over the world, lived in America for a long time, took on all the competitions. He says it best in this podcast. We go everywhere. We speak about some great stuff and the business he is in. So, over to you, Trevor Ward, and thank you to Spent Clothing. Ow! Trevor Ward.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That works, mate. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Man, put it there once again.
Yep.
We'll make a real start again.
Yeah.
You didn't roll in on a skateboard.
No, skateboards are only for going to the shop to get something to eat.
Yeah, really?
No, not really.
Jumping over the shop.
No, that's a BMX, mate. BMX is only to go to the shop and get me a sausage roll.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a funny thing because I got a 5-year-old son, and we met his little mate down the Tugan skate park the other week.
Yeah.
And which is great. I don't know if you've been there in the last year or what they've redeveloped. Of course,
it's awesome.
It's like marble, beautiful. Anyway, he had a crap skateboard, so I took down his little BMX. He's only 5.
Yeah.
And he gets there, and his little mate is on a skateboard from Darkside.
Yep.
Right, it's got the full brand new helmet, and he's dropping into the little
shredding on the quarter pipe.
Yeah. And his dad said to me, he said, mate, the BMX, he said, look around. And it was like a Saturday morning. He said, there's not a single BMX here. I went, you're right. Oh, no. He goes, I don't even bring that thing here, man. He said, there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, it's better that you bought the BMX than a scooter.
Yeah.
Those things suck. So
yeah, they look very. Hey, we don't want to bag anyone's deal. You're the
I'll bag it.
Yeah, no. Well, you can.
I know you don't want to, but no. It's scooters are just one of those things at a skate park. It's annoying because on a skateboard you've got to have peripheral vision. You know what I mean? You're standing sideways, you can kind of see everything. But with scooters, like parents just take their kids down there, put them on a scooter. Anyone can get on a scooter and go. You can go down anything. So they have no peripherals. They're just looking straight ahead. Yeah. And parents wonder why their kids get hurt and injured by other people because their kids just go, they just don't look, and they have no courtesy. Whereas with skating, there's courtesy. Everyone's building up, learning together, you know what I mean? And people are encouraging each other. And that's kind of why the whole scooter thing, everyone gets a hard time about it. So, and I think just parents are kind of ignorant as well because they don't realise how dangerous a skate park is. They just think, it's a park. They can slide down on their butts. They can do all that. But you know what? I'm almost 100 kilos, and if I hit you, I'll break you.
Right. Yeah. Hang on, just got caught up on some deal here, mate. Hey, well, that's an interesting thought. Hey, like when you got kids there, how, and every now and then you'll see a skateboard just go shoom straight past your face.
It's
they are a really dangerous place.
It's
but
very
so much fun, mate.
Oh, so much fun. Like I've got 4 kids, and my wife, I remember.
Why?
Because we didn't have a TV. No,
wow.
no. 4 kids. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I got 3 daughters. Yeah, okay. 3 daughters, and then a son, ranging from 14 to 5. But You know, I remember when they were little, especially our older ones, my wife bought a scooter home and I was just like, this sucks. Like, anyway, she was like, oh, why you get so angry about it? And I said, look, we went to the skate park and she kind of didn't get it. And then we went again and she got it. Like, and I took the wheels off the scooter and kind of hit it and whatnot so the kids didn't get into it. But just the pure fact of how dangerous it is in that sense, like I just didn't want my kids to actually get smashed by anyone. So that was the whole thing.
Right. And it's like it's not the same, but it's kind of we grew up before there were scooters.
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but I remember
39.
Huh?
39.
I'm 43, okay.
Sweet, same era.
I grew up near the Underwood skate park in Brisbane.
Yep,
right, when it was just a half-eight. Now that thing's a big council thing.
Yep.
I haven't seen it, but there was, it was the start of the 80s skateboard thing. You know, I was in that. I was never any good at it, mind you, but then scooters came along, 20 years later, you'd say?
Yeah.
Like
I'd
2000s?
Say, 2000s, after the rollerblade epidemic we had there for a while.
Well, in the surf world, it's like a boogie board, and surf. You and me, we're old enough to go. Look, you can have a good time on a scooter, but come on, stand up one day.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, there's a kid at Cabba Skate Park, Billy. I'm going to call him out. He's amazing on a skateboard, but he just says a scooter riding's easier, and he is really good. But if he actually focused on his skating, he'd probably get really good at that too.
Yeah, right.
And the other thing that a lot of kids don't realize is that scooter riding doesn't have that culture that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like that's like boogie boarding. Like, where's its culture? You know, it all sucks off surfing. So you've got inline went really well through the 90s when it was hot, but as soon as it's not hot, it dies. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because it's one of those things, it's like SUPs. You know what I mean? Anyone can go and do it, get on it and go, and it's really easy access. But with surfing, you know, you can start on a longboard and you can bring it back to short, but it's actual commitment, and it's the same. So with that commitment comes a culture and an understanding of what's going on. So that's where it's with scooter riding. Like, it has its little culture, but it's the same thing as what happened with boogie boarding, inlining. It's got an industry, but it's never going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry like surfing and the skate industry. And, you know, I'd like to think that hopefully they can get to that point, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
and it ain't cool.
I don't see I haven't been to GC Compound, but I like watching their videos, right? Some of those scooter riding dudes are just...
Dude, they're sick.
They're amazing.
You should see what rollerbladers do these days. They jump down like 50-foot set stairs and things like that. It's like parkour.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a rollerblade.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But they're amazing. I got some really good friends that are big time rollerbladers, but it's just like, it's the same thing. It's like they do some of the gnarliest thing, backflip, tail whip, bloody, I don't know, whatever it is. But at the same time, it's really rad, and you got to respect it. But at the same time, it's I just feel sorry for them because it's a lot of effort to put into something to get, realistically, they're not going to get that much return. And I'm sure there's guys out there making it and making some money, but I'm sure there's a lot of guys who own the companies making way more money and not putting it back in.
Right. You know what's blowing my mind as you say this is that so obviously there are people in this city that are making some money from skateboarding then.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's some really good guys up here. Actually, the Gold Coast, this area, I think it was like, what did you say? Probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when the skate parks all started getting better with Eleanor, and previous to that, you had Chad Barty, who grew up here in Burleigh, Matt Mumford, who was from Rockhampton, Andrew Curry, who was from this area as well. He was like 16 running Slam Skate Mag back in the day. But it's always had amazing skaters out of here. So he's it's always had really good skaters. And then the younger crew came through probably 5 years ago, like Jake Duncombe, and then Shane Cross. He died about almost 10 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, so you know, there's been some amazing skaters come through, and a lot of them have made, and I mean, like, when I talk about a lot of money, they've made a lot of money, but they've also blown a lot of money too, some of them.
Okay.
It's just the party life that comes with it, you know. You imagine being 16 years old getting paid $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Wow.
And traveling the world, no parents.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're opening my eyes right now. Yeah, of course. I suppose it's such a visual sport, right? It looks good in so many photos. You can sell a million magazines, get on some covers.
Yeah.
There's a million, just like dirt bike. There's a million kids that are riding skateboards every day.
Well, you think about this, right? In Australia, surfing's the number one, right? You know, we've got a whole industry. We've got Billabong from just down the road, Rip Curl and Quicksilver from Torquay. They're huge. And then the up-and-comers now as well, the other brands. But the reality is that we've got 23 million people here in Australia, or 24 million. The USA's got 330 million. And most of the people are in the middle of America, and they haven't seen the beaches. So what do? They skate. And that's how big the skate industry is, you know, the clothing, the culture. And that's what I was talking about before, that I guess the scooter industry, bodyboard industry miss, is because USA's got that middle of America. And if you do a really rad shoe, it's going to sell over and over again. You're going to make so much money you don't even know. It's going to go through all these malls and chains in the USA. Yeah. You know, Journeys has got 900 stores. You get your shoe in there. Selling to 900 stores across the USA.
Of course.
And then you've got Zoomies, which is now 600 stores. We don't have anything like that. We've got City Beach, and maybe they might do some skate shoes, but it's more punter style. So, you can make some money here, but it's definitely not the same as what the USA is. And that's why the kids come from here and we go to America to skate, because it's just got the industry to support it. Whereas the surfers can stay here and they can get looked after. One, you got really rad waves and you can kind of do that anywhere. And they follow a surf tour. Whereas skating's not really about competing. You know, we have Street League for street skaters, and then vert comps for vert skaters, and bowl comps for bowl skaters. But realistically, it's not so focused on like it is in surf, where the WSL. You can never skate in a comp in your life, and you can be paid $1 million to skateboard. Because it's just about video.
Okay,
it's content. Right. You know, it's exactly like this. You create the content. You don't have to be found by anyone anymore. You can just go and create your content, show everyone that you're amazing, and then people jump on board.
And they want to buy what you're wearing, or they just naturally think that,
I want to be like that guy. Like, there's so many dudes that are famous, like they're internet famous. That's what they are, which is rad. You know what I mean? I think that's cool, because if this had been around, just think about it. If this had been around when we were kids, like, I had a million ideas and things I wanted to do, but I couldn't do it because I would have had to go to the local community TV channel thing, Channel 31, whatever it was, and try and get something passed by them or to the local radio. And then you got to sit there and hopefully you say the right things that somebody likes. With this, you got no one other than peers judging you. You don't have a middleman. You can just come straight out and do it, which is rad. Or else, you think about it, your access to what you're doing now just wouldn't have been there, right?
No. And I remember being at Underwood Park, on that, it was like there was only me, my mate, and we were duds with Vision Gators.
Yeah.
Right?
He ended up being a dud. He killed someone.
Did he?
Yeah, he's in jail now.
No.
25 years. Oh, it might be even 30 years.
What's his name?
Mark Rogowski, Gator Mark Rogowski.
Oh, no.
He killed a chick. There's a movie on it. Google it. It's pretty good. It's on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Okay, well, that takes the shine off it.
But no, Gator, he had a rad graphic, and he was a rad skater too.
Yeah, well, we speaking of like technology and what it does, like at the time you could kind of go, skateboards. We went to the Gold Coast one weekend, and we're like, oh my god, I want to look that way, want to be cool, want to, listen to Suicidal Tendencies, right?
The whole lot.
We had all that. So, but then back at the thing, there was. We're not going to buy magazines, like. Who has $14 for a magazine back then, sort of thing? Yeah. There was no free Instagram.
No. You just
so you can
consume.
Get lost in your building cultures. Man, what a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So. You know what I'm doing with Instagram?
What?
Getting off track. But my mate, Guy Newman, got me onto Instagram recently, and 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, cool. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, checking out all you lads. All these things I'm interested in. But slowly over time, I noticed all these Instagram things, like Instagram girls are coming into my deal. Like,
oh, no.
And then, but it's exactly the same. Like, I heard this thing on a radio show the other week that there used to be, not to talk about porn, but there was porn stars back in the day. But now these girls who are just girls at CrossFit who are getting worldwide famous just from these great photos of themselves.
Yeah.
That creeps like me
Can just go
so
on.
it's like start following these girls. Next minute, like the next day, it's like another million people, and then it's